Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, an insight. Episode 204. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our Sadguru Sai. By the divine grace of Sai, an attempt has been made to translate the gist of the divine discourse of Sri Ramanathan brother telecasted in Sai TV. This is purely done to share the glory of Sai and his divine teachings with more insight to the aspirants. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Devotees, we were listening about the experiences bestowed upon Narayan Motiram Jani by Sri Sai Baba. Narayan Jani had unswerving faith and staunch devotion on Sri Sai Maharaj. Let us now listen to another astounding Leela experienced by him. One day, a scorpion stinged Narayan Jani's friend at Nasik. He was throbbing in pain. Jani had steadfast faith on Sri Sai Baba's and thought his Udi is the cure for all ailments. Seeing the plight of the friend, Narayan Jani began to search for Sri Sai Maharaj's holy ashes at every nook and corner of his house, but he couldn't find it. His friend was yelling in agony. His search for the Udi was all in vain. He immediately went into the puja room, which is known as Devara in Marathi, and found the incense stick burning in front of the altar. The ashes of it was found there. Immediately he picked up those ashes, fervently prayed in front of the portrait of Sri Sai Baba thus: Baba, please relieve my friend from the pain that he is suffering owing to the scorpion bite. And chanting the holy name of Sri Sai Maharaj, he picked up the incense ashes, considering it to be the Udi, applied it on the friend's body at the spot where the scorpion stinged. The moment he removed his finger from the spot, the pain subsided. Narayan Jani's friend was awestruck with this sudden relief. In no time, the pain was completely gone. Both the friends were stunned at this quick recovery. Devotees, to find relief from any pain, medicine is required. In this case, patient is suffering, whereas medicine is not available, but unwavering faith is present. So, in this circumstance, faith is the strongest medicine, and the ashes from the incense stick was used as an aid and applied on the body of the patient. The relief was immediate. This relief was a reward for their steadfast faith. Isn't this incredible? This experience made Narayan Jani's faith on Sri Sai Baba increase in multifold. Narayan Motiram Jani went to Sri Sai Baba's darshan during October 1918. Sri Sai Baba attained Mahasamadhi on October 15, 1918, and within a year, Narayan Motiram Jani was seriously ill. He was bedridden and was ever engrossed in the thoughts of Sri Sai Maharaj. Relentlessly, he was chanting the divine name of Sri Sai Baba and thought he was at death's door. One day, Sri Sai Baba appeared in his dream. As per the vision, he saw a dark tunnel, and Sri Sai Maharaj came out of that and assured, "Your disease will be cured. Do not worry. You will escape death and will be on your foot in another 8 days," and blessed him. Whereas the day he had this dream, he was in a critical condition, unable to even move his limbs. The moment Sri Sai Maharaj blessed him in his dream, ensuring that he will be able to move around in 8 days, he started to recover. The blessed words of Sri Sai rejuvenated him. As decreed by the omnipotent Sri Sai Baba, Narayan Jani was able to move around in 8 days. So impregnable were the assertions of the all-knowing Sri Sai Maharaj. Devotees might recall among the 11 assurances of Sri Sai Baba, one of them is, I shall be very active and vigorous even after leaving this earthly body. So, true to his words, even after his Mahasamadhi, Sri Sai Maharaj saved the life of Narayan Jani by assuring and blessing him in his dream. Shortly after this divine sport, Narayan Motiram Jani again fell sick and passed away. The family underwent lot of sufferings after his death. His wife was Srimati Godavari Bai. She was fondly known as Godu Bai, was a strong-willed lady. They had a son by named Dhyannath Jani Ranade. She suffered considerable hardships and raised her only son as a well-disciplined and greatly devoted person. He was greatly inclined towards spirituality, and in the later years he followed the Nath Sampradaya. They moved to Pune and got the association of various saints. The guidance of the saints helped them to progress well in their spiritual endeavors. At their residence in Pune, they built a temple for Sri Gorakshanath, a great saint, the founder of the Nath tradition. Even today, devotees going to Pune can visit this holy shrine. So, to conclude, Narayan Jani and his family were immersed in spiritual life. Hemat Panji is narrating another wonderful Leela that glorifies the power of Udi. Devotees, please listen attentively to the miracle related to Narayan Jani's friend. In this case, the patient was present, but the medicine, that is Udi, was missing. Still, relief was found owing to the unswerving faith and staunch devotion of Narayan Jani. This Leela is remarkable because the patient was at a different location and Udi was applied to a person not connected to the patient and located at some other place. But steadfast faith was prevailing in the heart of the devotee, and as a result, the pain of the patient was relieved. So, this underscores the fact that unswerving faith is required to cure the disease. The patient can be in any part of this world, and the Udi that acts as the panacea need not be at a reachable distance to the patient. Still, if he will have a steadfast faith and loving devotion on Sri Sai Maharaj, then he is sure to be cured. Let us now listen to this astounding Leela. Nana Sahib Chandorkar's friend was residing at Bandra, as his office was located there, whereas his family was living at a distant place in a village. This person came to know that his daughter in the village was afflicted with bubonic plague and was bedridden. Her condition was alarming, but owing to his work pressure, he was unable to go immediately to his hometown to see his family. He was very upset. Being a Sai devotee, he knew the power of Udi and wanted to have some, but unfortunately he didn't have with him. As he was acquainted with Nana Sahib Chandorkar, who was working in Kalyan and was residing at Thane, he thought of collecting some Udi from him. No matter how much he tried, he couldn't go as he was tied up with his office work. Hence, He wrote a letter to Nana Sahib Chandorkar describing the critical situation of his daughter and requesting to send Sri Sai Baba's Udi through the person that brings this letter to him. The messenger started to Thane to meet Nana. He reached Thane railway station and was to inquire the location of Nana's residence. Surprisingly, at that juncture, Nana Sahib and his wife Radhabai Chandorkar reached the Thane railway station to go to Kalyan. Both the messenger of Nana Sahib's friend and Nana Sahib met at the railway station, and the messenger passed on the letter to Nana. Nana Sahib is a very staunch devotee of Sri Sai Maharaj. He is also a very kind-hearted person and cannot tolerate to see others in pain. He read the letter and was very much moved knowing the plight of his friend's daughter. He quickly searched in his bag for Sri Sai Baba's Udi, whereas he couldn't find it. Immediately he picked up some soil from the ground, closed his eyes, prayed fervently to Sri Sai in his mind to cure the girl, chanting Sri Sai's divine name, considering that soil to be the Udi of Sri Sai Baba. He smeared the soil on the forehead of his wife Radhabai Chandorkar. Devotees, this beautiful divine sport leaves me in horripilation. The girl that is suffering from plague is at a very far off place. Her dad is residing at Bandra. Nana Sahib Chandorkar has no Udi at that moment. Instead, he is considering the soil that he picked up from the road as Udi and smearing it on his wife's forehead, praying for relief for that girl. The messenger observed all these quietly and then returned to Bandra. Upon arrival, he narrated all the incidences that happened at Thane to the friend of Nana Sahib Chandorkar. He listened to it patiently, but was worried as he could not get Udi from Nana. He was in deep sorrow, thinking about his daughter's health. He somehow managed to finish his official duties and rush to his hometown to see his daughter. Lo, he was invited by a big surprise as his daughter was free of suffering. With concern and curiosity, he inquired how she recovered. She said, "One day, suddenly I felt revitalized and immediately my fever subsided. The boo-boos also began to heal. From then, I started feeling better and I became normal." He asked, "When did this change happen?" She mentioned a specific day and time. He became thoughtful of the day and time from when his daughter began to recover. To his utter surprise, that was the same day and approximately the same time his messenger met Nana Sahib Chandorkar at the Thane railway station, and knowing the critical situation of his daughter, Nana smeared the soil, considering it as Sri Sai Baba's Udi, with prayers on his wife's forehead. Devotees, can you believe exactly from that moment this girl began to recover? How can we praise the glory of Sri Sai Maharaj? He is all pervasive and omnipotent. Neither the patient nor the medicine was available to cure the case, but steadfast faith of Nana Sahib Chandorkar upon Sri Sai Baba healed the girl. Isn't this amazing? This is the reward for the unswerving faith that one holds upon his Guru. Sri Sai Baba acknowledged the faith of Nana Sahib Chandorkar and in turn passed his divine power to the soil picked up his devotee from the road to play the role of Udi. This Leela has been very skillfully narrated by Hemat Panji in Sri Sai SATCHARITRA. Now, let us move on to Jamner miracle. Most of the devotees must be aware of this divine sport of Sri Sai Maharaj. This Jamner miracle narrates the beautiful Leela through which Sri Sai Maharaj sent his holy ashes to Nana Sahib's daughter Mainatai while she was to deliver her baby. Nana Sahib Chandorkar and his wife Radhabai Chandorkar had 3 children. Their eldest daughter Mainatai was born during the year 1887. Subsequently, they had 2 sons named Vasudev Chandorkar and Mahadev Chandorkar. Mahadev Chandorkar was fondly known as Babu. He was born in the year 1896, and when he was 4 years old, that is during the year 1900, the family went to Shirdi for Sri Sai Baba's darshan. Sri Sai Maharaj took Babu in his hands and caressed him. At that moment, this 4-year-old boy, Babu, performed an astounding act which left everyone dumbfounded and worth sharing. Until then, no formal puja rituals were performed to Sri Sai Maharaj. Mahalsapati would smear sandal paste on the chest and hands of Sri Sai Baba, but none had the courage to touch him above his throat. Sri Sai never encouraged anyone to even comprehend if he was a Mohammedan or a Hindu. Those who came to Shirdi with the intention to enquire Sri Sai Baba about this, when approached him, ceased to think of such queries, because as soon as they saw him, their mind became calm, was engrossed in his divine form, heart was filled in divine joy, words never came out of their lips, and stood dumbfounded in his darbar. If they came with a notion that he was a Hindu, he behaved like a Mohammedan. In turn, if they believed him to be a Mohammedan, he behaved like a Hindu. So, none gained courage to draw Tripundra, that is 3 horizontal lines, or Tilak, that is vertical lines on Sri Sai's forehead, as they feared for his anger. In the later years, it was Nulkar who started the worship and arati of Sri Sai Maharaj in a ritualistic manner. To recall, after giving a historical judgment to the case permitting even the people belonging to the so-called lower caste to perform puja to Lord Pandarinatha at Pandharpur, Nulkar came to Sri Sai Maharaj and, considering Sri Sai Baba as Pandarinatha, he did arati and puja. This is how the formal ritual of worshipping Sri Sainath began at Shirdi. Getting back to the original thread, prior to the above incident, when Babu was brought by Nana Sahib Chandorkar for Sri Sai Baba's darshan, he performed an act which looks like a cornerstone for what Nulkar did in the forthcoming years. Babu took some sandal paste that he found next to Sri Sai and smeared it on his forehead. Sri Sai Maharaj didn't object to it, and everyone was surprised at this. Then devotees began to smear sandal paste on Sri Sai Baba's forehead. We can listen to the interesting stories related to Mainatai, her married life, the incidences that took place in her life, and the experiences she was bestowed with, including the Jamner miracle, can be heard in the coming episode. Bow to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.